All righty, so tonight, August the 3rd, Monday at 5:30, where's my watch? 5:37, we will call the meeting to order. We do have a quorum, and if you would please stand and join me in the pledge if you are able. United States, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and with liberty and justice. Excuse me. We have 5.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay, and moving on to item number 2, approval of the minutes. And I believe those were all emailed to us. So first, the minutes from June the 15th. I could have a motion, or if anybody has any corrections or additions to those minutes.
I would like to make a motion to approve minutes for June 15th.
A second. Thank you, Ms. Tiffany. Motions, Ms. Teresa. Second, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
And then moving on to June 22nd, minutes. Oh, I'm sorry. And if I could have a motion to approve if there are no corrections or additions.
I would like to make a motion to approve minutes for June 22nd.
Thank you, Ms. Tiffany. Motions, and Ms. Teresa, second, and all those in favor?
Aye.
And moving on to item number 3, public comments. Anybody? Public comments? No? Thank you. Our regular agenda, discussion and possible action on the following items. Presentation, discussion on business inventory, data collection tools, and best practices. Sarah?
Thank you. Alrighty, so as many of you know, we met July 21st with regular city council on the objectives we discussed at the July 15th meeting, or excuse me, 22nd meeting. And so those objectives were approved for the committee to go forward. And today we'll be discussing that business inventory and how you'll be collecting that data so that we can then provide updates on the data available for vacant properties, existing businesses, and then future policy recommendations. So today we'll discuss a little bit about how that procedure will look like, as well as next steps. So for the ECDAC members today, I've divided up the city's shopping centers and provided a list. You'll see it in your notes section of your binder, but it's a list of shopping centers with your name assignments. And so there's about 5 shopping centers each for all of you. And then I've also provided a form that we'll get to later on how you can enter that data. So the job of the committee will be to log those business names, paying attention to suite and address numbers. And then we can also, we want to make sure that we're not entering businesses, we're observing them from the public right-of-ways, parking lots, as you go. And then we also, with other committees that the city has, they've seen Google Drive be a helpful tool for you all. So if you'd like, I can either help set one up, a Google Drive, and share it with y'all's emails so you can log information in. Or if you prefer paper, I can also help compile that data. So you can also provide me paper forms. But it's up to you all as a committee if you'd like to do that, and we can figure out how that looks logistically. And then once we have that data from all those shopping centers, we can compile findings and share back with the committee. So I'll go through these quickly since you have that list, but you'll see them broken out by shopping center, address that I have available, so sort of like a anchor tenant, if you will, as you drive up to those shopping centers. And if you have any questions or you don't know, what one of these shopping centers is, please let me know. I reach out and I can confirm it for you. And so each committee member does have their assignments as listed. And I'll just go through these quickly. And then you'll see on that list, I had some grayed out shopping centers and business parks. These were just because they're more industrial. It's a little bit harder to see these businesses from your car, and so I didn't want you to have to go to and approach some of these business owners. So for the data collection portion, you'll see in your notes section after that shopping center grid is going to be a paper form. This is a very simple form. I recommend definitely completing all that you can on those line items. Date is especially important because businesses come and go. And so sometimes you can check a business one day and then the next day I can see that, hey, we might have a new permit for that business location. So date is going to be important, especially if we want this to be an active, ongoing living list. And then as I mentioned, I can also send out the Excel version of this, or we can work on that Google Drive coordination. So up to you all on what works best, because I know not everyone has Excel on their personal devices. So we can discuss that a little bit later. Some best practices on this list. Again, paying attention to suite numbers. It can be a little tricky sometimes to see if it's an alphabet letter of the suite or a 1, 2, 3 sort of number. So just paying attention to those. Again, remaining in public right of way. I recommend staying in your vehicle, staying in a parking lot. You are able to buddy up with another ECDAC member if you'd like. If you'd like to have someone along with you. And then again, reach out to me with any questions. That's a spelling error, sorry about that. And then as far as on the don't list, again, don't approach any business owners. We're not monitoring for code violations or permitting violations here. It's really just to get a sense of what's available to you. Now, this is the why. So this is I know we're making sort of small steps forwards with this committee, but some of the exciting pieces that are coming forward out of this is once we establish that business inventory list, we're going to have that opportunity to identify some of those priority sites for redevelopment. So as you're out there, get a little bit excited about what you could see potentially being there and saying, hey, this would be really cool if we had something. So that's what that comment portion is for. And feel free to add additional notes if you'd like, if you see a certain shopping center benefiting from another sort of tenant or something like that. All of that information is helpful. And now we also can use this data to also begin our Shop Local business directory. So we touched on that a little bit before in some of these meetings. And so once we get that business inventory list established, we'll have the opportunity to go into those details, what that looks like, right? Is it going to be a passport program, or is it going to be a sticker program where they wear stickers on their door? And we've had other programs in the past, like bingo programs and like that, and there's been their own iterations of those programs, and the city has learned a lot from that. So we'll definitely provide all of that context for you as we go forward, because I want to set this program up for success, whatever it looks like. And so staff will be here to direct you, hopefully in the right direction as far as how that can be successful in the future. Now, we also have the committee's ultimate goals, as well as reviewing the policy here as well and making those future recommendations to City Council. And so that's where we can also jump into looking at the facade and building improvement program policy as the objectives were approved by Council. And so as far as next steps, some questions I have for you all. If you'd like, if you think it's necessary, we can go on a small field trip with the committee to a shopping center and just sort of go through some businesses if you'd like. If you don't think that's necessary, we can just go forward with our, our August sort of shopping center assignments. We're looking hopefully for a target date completion by September, so that way we can come back, have all of our data with us, and then I can compile some of that for you. So that's up to you all as far as scheduling goes and what it looks like as far as getting that completed. But again, open to your feedback and consideration. All right, and that's all I have, but I'll go back to you, Yvonne. Any questions from the committee?
Well, thank you. I'd like to say thank you for the presentation because I was wondering how we were going to, split those up. So that's good. I really also wanted to comment on the Google Drive. I think that works, Google Drive. And they have Google Sheets, but I use Excel. But I just think the drive to hold the documents and keep us all together is good. And I would love a field trip.
Okay. Thank you.
Ms. Teresa, anything?
I don't think I need a field trip. My schedule's already all free, so I'll just get them and go.
And then I was going to comment the same to maybe let us go ahead in August and do what we can do, and then maybe see after that if we do need a field trip
Okay,
to kind of hit up some of those that we have missed. And I'm good with either Google or Excel. Probably Google, I think, would, but with either one, I'm fine with that. And thank you for the presentation. I appreciate that. I think it answered a lot of questions
Yes.
that some of us had on how we were going to move forward on there. And thank you with presenting it to the council and getting that approval for us. And then moving on to B, discussion and possible action on future meeting. Did we want to set up a date for the next meeting?
And if we're coming back in September to set a date, just so you all have as a committee a sort of end goal for getting those shopping center assignments done. But that's up to you all. I know 5 shopping centers. Some of these shopping centers are a little bit smaller, some are a little bit larger. So we can always schedule something, and if it comes back that y'all are, needing more time, we can also reassess. So, but I recommend having a date
A
scheduled.
date set already?
Mhm.
Let's see. And we are looking for a Monday, right?
Yes, it would be a Monday.
First, be the 14th,
We have,
Labor Day is
so we would have Monday the 14th, Monday the 21st, or Monday the 28th.
And none of those conflict with any other city?
Don't believe so.
I wonder why.
What were the options again?
7th, 14th, or 21st?
7th, 14th.
Oh, yeah, the 7th will be Labor Day, but the 14th,
Oh, yeah.
21st, or 28th.
How about the 21st, so that we give ourselves enough time to finish? What do you think?
At 6 o'clock?
You want to do 6 o'clock
No,
instead
no,
of
no,
5:30?
I'm not changing the time, just
Well, 5:30
too.
kind of,
5:30.
I made it like 5:29. So 6 o'clock, is
Okay.
that good?
Sounds good.
on the 21st.
On the 21st?
Oh, okay. Put it in my calendar.
Just trying to get it set on there. Oh, goodness. Any comments from anyone on the dais? Ladies?
there a list of currently what's in progress going in that maybe they're can't tell? No, Seven Brew and
Yeah, so there's some active permits that planning and zoning review. But a lot of that information is ongoing. So if you do have a question about a development, you can also reach out to me and just be like, hey, I think something's going on here, activity here. Or just reach out to me. Yeah.
Sometimes you see the paper covering the walls.
Yeah. Understand.
You. Well, thank you for being here. We look, oh, anybody in the audience have any comments? Can you come to the podium so we can get it recorded?
I do have a question about how the missing members are going to get caught up with this information in terms of the form and their assignments and.
We'll be emailing and calling the members who were not here tonight, just to confirm that they can do those shopping center assignments. And if it looks like they may not be available or something like that, I can always adjust the lists and divide accordingly. But I can definitely reach out, call, and email those members.
Thank you, Sarah. And Ms. Murch, we will certainly get you on the, added as our council liaison. I know you were missing that one meeting, but we will get those to you. And with Ms. Escamilla as well. Mrs. Meffert? Yes.
Good afternoon. Thank you for the opportunity. I just wanted to share that I had submitted an idea for the mayor's coffee about a passport program that has to do with highlighting the extremely high concentration and diversity, the robustness of our international type restaurants and other supporting businesses. So when you guys get to thinking about something like that, I definitely can share that with you and would be happy to share some experiences that I've had working with that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we will see everybody on September 21st, and we move to adjourn at 5:54. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll go ahead and call. Thank you.